All right. Can you see it?
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Okay. So this one, again, this is for sample questions set 1, sheet number 1. We have, let me go all the way to the left. Okay. We have number of students. Each student has last name, first name, and have a few items for grades like homework, project, quiz, exam 2. So we have 5 items to calculate. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to just use the sum to find the total, average, then grades using, let's see what we're going to use, VLOOKUP. Okay. Then column L, we're going to rank each student by average score by using rank function. Okay, so that's kind of summary of this sheet number 1. Okay, so column I, just going to use the sum, of course, for those 5 items. Homework through exam 2. Then one thing different from just simple sum is module 3 introduced again round function. Okay, some numbers come up with multiple places, decimal places like 2, 3, 4. Then we need to control them by using round function. So let's use it. For example, we want only integer numbers, okay, without decimal places. So that's what the question asks. So you're gonna use the round function. So round function must be in the beginning, right after equals, then give a parenthesis. Then you have to leave the sum function alone. Then at the end, you're gonna give a comma. This comma for the round function. Okay, so it's nothing to do with the sum function. Okay, because round function needs a parameter to determine whether it is 1 decimal, 2 decimal, or integer. Since this we require integer number, so there will be 0, right? No decimal places. So that's what 0 stands for. Then you're going to close this round function, closing parenthesis, then that's it. My mouse just doesn't work. Come on. Okay, here we go. Okay, somehow I think it just sharing screen kind of interfere with my mouse a little bit. But anyway, that's the formula view for column I. Then I'm going to I need to autofill, but let's see. There you go. All right, so I just autofill, going back to formula view. All right, now average. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to find the average, then we're going to insert round function, make it integer number. So this time I'm going to starting from round, then average of those 5 items, comma, not comma, right? Closing parenthesis for average, then comma, 0, then closing. And there you go. That's our average function with a round.
Can I ask a question really fast?
Sure.
So you can also sorry, let me get my question straight. So we are required to use the round function to do this, but you could also do it just by up on the top, adjusting the decimal places, right?
That's right. In practically, you can do so, but this is time to learn round function, so you need to use the round.
So we need to use this to get credit.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Right. Specifically, mention that you need to use the round function.
And inserting functions and the whole thing.
Right.
Okay.
So round must be in front. Okay.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
All right. No problem. All right. Column K is determining grades now based on, let's say, average. Okay. Just like typical grade structure, A, 90 above, B, 80 above, and so forth. That already created in lookup table. So if you go to lookup table worksheets right there, so here we go, average 50 above, that's F, 60, and all the way to 9. So we're going to use this lookup table for lookup function. So here we go. And VLOOKUP, of course, using average. So I'm going to click J5, comma. Then I'm going to go to lookup table area so that I can highlight this area because that's our lookup table that we need to use. Okay. Then you can go back to this formula bar so that you can continue. So I'm going to enter comma, then followed by column number, which we have two columns in this table. Okay. So you need to enter either column 1 or column 2 to retrieve your answer. So in this case, number 2. Why? Because that second column is the one we want to retrieve, right? So by entering 2, this grades F, D, C, B, A will be returned. One of those value will be returned. Comma, at the end, you need to enter either false or true. And this is the example of what they call approximate match. If you look at textbook, it talks about approximate match and exact match in VLOOKUP. It's a little bit hard to understand, what exactly they're talking about, approximate match and exact match. But anytime you have two columns that are matching exactly 1-to-1, that's the exact match. Then you need to enter false in this position. Another time it could be true where two values are not exactly matched 1-to-1. For example, F to be F, it can be 50, 51, 52, 53, right? There's a multiple values can be F. So in this case, you need to enter true at the end. So that's kind of a good example of how you work with this programming language. That's where the, this true or false idea of true or false is from the programming language. But that's how Excel would understand whether this is going to be exact match or approximate match. But anyway, in this example, you need to enter true at the end. But in actual tests, tell you what you need to enter at the end. Okay? But some cases it could be true, other times false. But most likely, our examples in the textbook, they use false because most of them are exact match, 1-to-1 match. So you don't have to worry about in the text, but again, in the tests, I'm going to tell you what you need to enter. So I'm going to say you need to enter false at the end of VLOOKUP function. Then all you need to do is just type false right here. Okay. Or I may say you need to enter true at the end a VLOOKUP function, then you type true at the end. Okay, so that's what's going to happen. But anyway, in this example, true is the one we need to enter. Then there you go. We have B is returned based on average score, which is 82, right? But we need to be careful. I think that's what the step says. You need to make this table, lookup table, absolute cell reference by entering $sign. So I'm going to press F4. So to make it A2 absolute cell reference, same thing, B6. You press F4. Or you can manually enter $sign 2 times. Then it'll make this area absolute cell reference, meaning that A2, B6 will not change even though you're going to copy to other cells. If you don't have that $sign between, then if you copy to other cells, it'll change it to A3, A4, A5 all the way, when you copy and paste. So that's the idea of this absolute cell reference. Oops, I think I didn't press enter, so I'll do it again. All right, so I did that, and I'm going to just autofill. Then there you go. There you go, your grades based on VLOOKUP. And this is the formula view. All right, any questions about VLOOKUP?
I'm good, thank you.
All right. All right, so you can stop me anytime. So let's move on to L, which is a rank. So we're going to determine the rank of each student using average score, okay? Average score is at J5. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use just rank, just simple rank. You don't have to use a rank average or a rank other things, because there's other, similar as a rank type, but you just use the rank. Then select the number that you're going to rank, in this example J5, right? Comma, now you're going to specify what other areas you are ranked against. You are against other students, right? So you need to select other students' scores, entire scores, which is J, right? Entire J will be using to rank them, right? So that's how it goes. Well, of course, there are other options in rank, like you're going to do ascending or descending, things like that. But default is descending, meaning that the top score goes to the number 1, and the bottom score goes to the last, rank, which is the default. So you don't have to use the other optional. If you look at the help, then they're going to show options and all that. But all you need is, again, use these 2 variables within rank, the score itself and other scores range. So I use just J to J. You can do like a J5 to J, what is it? J40, but I just select the all J, okay? And Excel will understand. Then I'm going to just autofill again. And there's each student rank. Number 1, 97. And yeah, this should be correct. So that's the formula view for rank. All right, we good?
Yes.
All right, so moving on. Sheets number 2. think using these sheets, we need to create charts, I believe. And of course, there's an if function, okay? But this is kind of a little bit incomplete data set. I was just cutting and paste, so I didn't complete the entire set, but I think you'll understand if I just complete, all steps. So the first step was just enter loan amount. So that was 300,000, I guess. Yeah, 300,000. Then we're going to increase by, how much was it? 2,000. Yeah, I think it was 2,000. 2,000. Well, because again, in this area, column B and C already had some calculation formulas. The number will change by itself, but you don't have to worry about this, PMT function that's not in the textbook, so I didn't include in the tests. So you don't have to worry about column B and C. Idea is we're going to use the if function, and we're going to create a charts using this data set. Okay. So first, if function using f. If is just like another programming language, that's why they call it logical condition. We're trying to find out whether one item is satisfying the other item, then you're going to do something, right? Otherwise, you'll do other things. Just like a simple programming language. So Excel can do the same thing. So don't worry about the step I showed in the sample. I think it kind of doesn't make sense. Like I said, column B and column C was not complete set. So here's an example. Let's say loan amount. Let's compare monthly payment with loan amount. Okay, so here we go. The idea is if monthly amount is greater than 5% of loan amount, then I'm going to show it as too high. Otherwise, I'm going to show the difference between, let's say, difference between 5% of loan minus monthly payment. Kind of make it up this time. Right. All right, so let's say this is the actually condition that we're trying to do, okay, for if function. So monthly amount is located in column B, like a B9, right? Then loan amount, column A. Then column C, we don't have to worry about. So 5% of the loan amount. Okay. Here we go, equals F monthly amount, which is B9 is greater than 5% of loan amount. Okay. if this is satisfied, what we're going to do, we're going to show as just the statement too high, meaning that the monthly amount is too high, right? That's how we're going to show. Otherwise, meaning that monthly amount is less than or equals to 5%, then we'll show the difference between 5% of loan minus monthly amount. Okay. So then we're going to show as that minus so on. Give us parentheses to make this more understandable. There you go. And let's see what others come up with. Actually, they're too high. Everything is too high. I think I set up percentage is a little bit too high, too low, right? But that's fine. I mean, as long as it's just formula is good, that's okay. So this is the one kind of example you're going to see. Just comparing two amount, then just give a result if it is satisfying. If it's not satisfying, you're going to do something else. That's the idea of if function. But in the actual tests, I'm going to make it simpler. So, you know, I don't want to make it too complicated, for example.
Yeah, I think you have an error in your monthly payment formula. I think it should be multiplied by 12 instead of divided by 12. Correct.
Where?
Your monthly
PMT?
payment. Yeah.
You mean PMT?
Yeah.
Or you mean you're talking about the first part?
Yeah. You're doing 15 year and you're dividing it by 12. Shouldn't it be multiplied by 12? To give you the number of months in a 15 year.
No, that's the 4.5. That's the interest amount. Okay, B6.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah, you need to divide by 12 to get monthly.
Oh, I
interest
see. I
rate.
see. Okay. Yeah. The second piece is the multiplication. Okay. I got you.
Right.
Yeah, my bad.
That's fine. All right. Any other questions? All right, so that's kind of example you're going to expect. But again, I'm going to make it simpler because this calculation, for example, a little bit complex. So, and idea is next using creating charts, right? So, creating chart is simpler than other steps in Excel. So I'm not going to go through all those line chart, pie chart, individual type. I'm going to go on to creating the combo chart. So I'll highlight those three columns, insert. I'm going to go to all charts, combo chart, okay? And let's say the direction is monthly payment, make it line, and other charts column, like that. So loan amount, total cost will have a column type, and monthly payment, which is, lower number, so I'm going to make it line. Then unique thing is you can make it one of these data series as a secondary axis. As you can see here, you're going to have another vertical axis, okay, right here. So that's the difference in combo chart. Then I'm going to click OK. And direction says you're going to create this chart as a new sheet. So I'm going to just go on to cut and paste, or I'm going to do the move chart so that I can create new sheets and name it as a combo chart. Okay, so that's my combo chart. Again, the thing is, and you end up sometimes make a mistake, then you want to fix it. Most likely chart type. So I'm going to click chart type. I think I made a mistake or I didn't, right? Let's take a look. Because monthly payment looks too high.
Is that a minus in front of payment?
No, I think it was interest rate. As you can see that interest rate, if you look at this number format, it's a general, right? So it's supposed to be percentage. So it meant to be 4.5%, but it'll take it as a 400%. So that's why this number is so high. Look at that. Monthly payment. It's like 112,000 each month for 15 years. That's too much, right? Because you're borrowing only 300,000. So this is the mistake right here. B6, which is interest rate, must be percentages. So I'm going to either make it 0.045 and there you go, 4.5%. And now it's fixed because this monthly payment is only 2,294. Right? So that's something you should be able to find errors. Same thing is this combo chart. So if you look at the chart, it doesn't make sense. You just need to fix it. For example, whether it is chart type or is it number, because, I'm sure you're going to end up, those kind of questions if you deal with Excel long enough. But anyway, so that's the combo chart, creating combo chart. Of course, chart title will be there. And most likely you're going to work with this secondary axis. If you double click on secondary axis, then you can change the axis option. So you can adjust the minimum number, maximum number for this secondary axis. A major number unit, that's a number between these two values. So for example, you want to change this major unit to be 100, then you just change to 100. Then this axis will change based on your major units. Okay. Same thing here. You want to change display unit to thousands because sometimes you have so many zeros. Then you want to control these zeros. Then you want to make it thousands, but make it number smaller. Right? In this case, I made it thousands, so I make it 2.5 instead of 2,500. So that's where this display unit will do right here. And other things in combo chart and other chart element are very important. See that this cross, this the green cross thing at the top. Then you have all those elements for the chart. For example, axis title, so that you can create a title for the horizontally and vertically. I'm going to click primary vertical, secondary vertical, so that I can enter the titles right here, for example. Okay. and there too. Okay. You can enter the titles for axis. Again, that's where I had it from here. Chart element, okay, and axis title. There are labels. As you can see, if you just simply hover over the data label, then all those numbers will show up. Then you don't want to show all those numbers, only one number. For example, I want to show data label to my monthly payment. I'm going to select monthly payment data series. Then I'm going to go to data label. Then I'm going to determine where we're going to show data label, like above, just like that. So that's basically what that steps of question ask about this combo chart. Controlling axis title and secondary vertical axis and data label and changing or controlling axis options in terms of minimum, maximum, and major, and also display units. Right? Any question about combo chart or any charts?
No, sir.
All right, great. All right, so let's move on to next. I'm going to show rest of it. Using, the one I just did it, the results. The one, what's that? Yeah, sheets number 3, I think the intention was creating this data bars, okay, for this column F. So I'll just highlight, then you go to Home tab, you go to conditional formatting, then data bars, then just follow whatever, a data bar you need to use. And column G, which is 12-year trend, was created based on the direction again to enter this what we call spark line. In each cell, you're going to highlight this area that you're going to enter the spark line. Then you go to Insert tab. Then you look for spark line right here in the middle. Then you select which spark line. The direction says line, so I'm going to select line. Then which data range you're going to use to show spark line. So I'm going to click this up arrow so that I can go to 12-year trend. I think it's in regional data, regional sheets, which is right here in this area right here. It shows 12 years of data for these winery places. So I'm going to highlight this area. Okay. Then I'm going to go back to this create sparkline options. Then I'm going to click OK. And that's how you're going to create sparklines. Okay. And in sparkline, there's some options like you can create a high point, low point using this, these options like high point with red and low point with, say, green. So that your sparkline looks like this. And the last one, which is the sheets number 4, that's using network base. idea is we're trying to find out how many days between these two dates. So we're going to find out how many working days between these two dates. For example, April 1st, 2018, April 6th, 2018, how many days? 5 days. That's what we enter the network days and show those two different dates using comma. So pretty simple function. And the other one, work day function, is finding next working date. So here's an example. Okay, the starting date is April 1st again, April 1st, 2018. And based on this example, when is the date actually after 7 days break? Okay, which date we're going to come back? That will be April 10th, 7 days after. And so then you keep doing it, and that's why we're going to find 17, but this one is 20 and third and so forth, even though it is 7 days difference. Again, because of weekends and holidays, it's not always 7 between those two dates. So that's the example of network days function and workday function. And I think lastly, there you go. That's the histogram. This histogram is based on column B. B is 3 through all the way down. Then you go to insert. Then you go to either recommended or histogram, and you can find histogram somewhere here. Then you click OK. Right, so that's how you're going to create a histogram. And in histogram, you can control this minimum value, maximum value from format axis here, axis options, minimum, maximum. Right. And that's the vertical axis. Horizontal axis, you can control number of bins, this bins, number of bars. So you can control number of bins, like 4 if you wish.
Is my computer, I'm sorry, is my computer just being slow? Because I'm still on the grapes page and I'm not following what you're saying.
No, okay.
Is anybody else having that issue?
Mine's doing the same thing.
Mine too.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Okay, good. I'm glad it's not just me.
yeah, probably network. Or maybe because of sharing screen, either. But you can watch the recording. So I'm going to upload the recording.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
So that's how you're going to manage your histogram. So that's basically sample question set 1. Sample question set 2 is similar, but using different data set. Okay, the functions, calculations, formulas are very similar, but again, if you're having different data set, sometimes it's not really comfortable and look different, very different. But again, very much same. So try them yourself, and if you have any questions, if you need help, just let me know. All right, so any question, comments? We good? Seems like you guys know what to do. So So if your kind of network is sluggish or something, and you want to catch up and just take a look at recorded video, then you have questions, let me know, okay? Let me just stop sharing first of all, just a sec. There you go. All right. We good?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, great.
Have a great one.
Okay.
Thank
care.
you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Good night,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Good night.